First Look. This is the program that brings you the latest in innovative ideas and inventions that could change your life. Hi, I'm Chuck Henry.
And I'm Paula McClure with fascinating new breakthroughs that bring you the best of tomorrow today. And on today's show, I'll introduce a unique new device a woman can wear to detect the very earliest signs of breast cancer.
And then, Paula, a little later in the program, I'll reveal an incredible interactive television system. Now, not only can you call up nonstop entertainment, you can also order goods, services, all of this directly through your television set.
I can order dinner every night?
You could do that if you wanted to.
Ooh, I like that. But first, a new car audio system that can make driving safer and more pleasurable. Chuck, today's car sound systems are more like entertainment centers. They have CDs and equalizers and tuners.
Sure.
They're pretty full.
Boy, do I know. I mean, you talk about complicated.
Well, this is very simple. Sanyo has produced a voice-activated control system. All you do is speak, and the radio or tape deck turns on and tunes in.
Pickup truck clearing on the right shoulder. And you've got some slowdowns right now in San Diego. Northbound Port Cherry clearing up a crash in the center.
It's great having a top-notch stereo in your car, but the more powerful they get, the more difficult they can be to operate. On the road, that can become a dangerous situation. Now there's a car stereo with a new audio feature, but this breakthrough isn't in the sound the stereo makes, it's the sound the unit hears.
Sherry, tape.
The Sanyo Voice One car stereo listens for your commands. Your hands never have to touch a button.
Tape. Eject. This complex unit happens to have 40 different buttons to push. Well, Sanyo's answer to the complexity of operating high-technology products is make it simple. You tell it what to do, you give it one of 20 commands, and it follows your instructions.
It's really that simple.
It is that simple.
Retailing at $1,500, the Voice One is made for the customer who wants the best in performance and top-end technology. Other manufacturers have attempted similar voice systems, but this is the world's first voice recognition in-car stereo to make it to the market. The first step in programming the unit is to give it a password. A name you use often and pronounce consistently works well.
Why don't you first select a password?
I think I'll call it Honey.
Great.
Then read the list of commands for the radio, cassette, and CD functions.
Scan, tuner, cassette, CD. You get the radio's attention by using your password, Honey. And then you give it one of the 20 commands. Eject. The Sanyo obeys, your eyes never leave the road, and your hands never leave the wheel. Honey. Tuner. 1, 2. Honey. CD.
Presently, the unit can only recognize one voice at a time. A second driver would have to reprogram the stereo to control it. But the brains at Sanyo's think tank say that voice recognition will soon become a common feature on most electronics.
Coming up, the latest in airport anti-terrorist security systems, a high-tech bomb detector that's almost impossible to fool. And a breakthrough in animation creates lifelike characters you'd find hard to believe. That's next.
Brought to you by Reach, the clean teeth toothbrush.
Now, the first toothbrush created to clean your back teeth brings you advanced design Reach, with raised rubber ridges for a distinctly different feel, and a slimmed-down tapered head that cleans in even the hardest to reach places. Get your hands on one and feel the difference. Advanced design Reach.
This is the reason to never use soap again. If we promise this rich soap-free lather goes beyond soap clean.
It does.
If we promise it even removes makeup greaselessly.
It will.
If we promise it helps keep essential moisture as you cleanse.
It does.
And that light Olay fluids work like young skins for a fresh young glow.
They have to.
Foaming Face Wash by Oil of Olay. We keep our promise to young skin.
Leave it to me. A whole crowd of people, and who ends up wearing the mess? Wherever I go, if there's food, bullseye. It's like I'm a magnet for stains.
You get a lot of messy stains, you need a high-priced detergent, right? Wrong. Try low-priced new Dash with a stain-seeking system that gets in there and gets out some of the toughest stains. Because after all, life can be messy for anyone. Get new Dash and clean a mess for less, with less.
Welcome back. Now, Paula, do you know what animatronics is?
Maybe animal robots?
Animal robots. Well, you're close. I think the story's going to clear it up for you. It's actually characters. And, well, there's an amazing advance in robotic animation that's making these characters even more lifelike. It does away with movement-by-movement programming. And it produces even more realistic characters that come to life with, well, let's just say the wave of a hand.
Hello, Chuck and Paula. I know you're going to find this hard to believe, but I'm not a real person. I'm an animatronic figure.
Astro Systems in Long Island, New York has diversified from its 31-year-old history of aerospace engineering. They've taken off into a world of live character animation, originally pioneered by Walt Disney in the early 50s.
Join us, bears, and suck up some air in the great outdoors.
For years, children of all ages have bopped along with attractions like Disneyland's Country Bear Jamboree. Robotic figures step to the music and seem to mouth the songs. And Jim Henson's Muppets have been animatronically alive for over a decade. But up till now, it's taken hours of computer programming to record and synchronize every individual move. And to make characters lifelike, somebody actually had to get into a suit. The new astronomical animatronic characters from Astro Systems are being developed for theme parks, store displays, even expanding education through a new robotic programming technique.
We have a unique method of putting all of the information on an ordinary audio cassette tape played back through a Walkman. And thirdly, we have a very advanced programming technique that allows very lifelike movements. Very lifelike.
The key to making museums, class lectures, amusement parks, and sales pitches more fun is a high-tech system of programming the characters. This is the Edutron. It works like an electronic hand puppet and records every movement and the sound the puppeteer makes. There's no tedious programming on a computer because the built-in circuit boards can categorize thousands of tiny movements and actual vocals.
Chuck, Henry, is it really you?
After Sparky's audio cassette has been recorded, her performance will be replicated exactly. No humans required. All characters work independently after programming.
By Jove, I believe I'm on television. Education has been somewhat cut and dry. This gives the educators an opportunity to both teach but amuse at the same time, which captures people's attention. They learn better.
The folks at Astro Systems see Fritz, Sparky, and all the astronomical animatronic characters breaking into song, repeating lessons in museums, teaching classes, and pushing products at point of purchase. And for under $25,000, you can pick up an astronomical character early next spring.
Cute, Chuck. Very, very cute.
And that's exactly what I'm afraid of. Those characters are so cute that, well, I could be out of a job, you know, robotic host.
I could be too, Chuck. We better worry.
Yeah.
Well, and here's a thought. A very serious concern today is airport security. But now an amazing new high-tech detector can literally sniff out terrorist bombs for added safety in the skies. Suspected terrorist bombings killed 1,400 people in the last 15 years. So airports such as the one in Frankfurt, Germany, must take the threat of terrorism seriously. Luggage is x-rayed and inspected. Bags are matched one-to-one with passengers as they board. There are double checks, long delays, and still no fail-safe way to detect all explosives. By law, the FAA must beef up terrorism detection measures by 1993, and two new security devices called Aegis and Centaur may help security forces pinpoint explosives, even undetectable plastic explosives and drugs. As travelers, we're used to walking through metal detectors and having our bags x-rayed through machines. But soon we may feel a little more confident with Aegis and Centaur to detect explosives and drugs in our carry-on bags and bags we've checked. Developed by Thermetics Incorporated of Woburn, Massachusetts, the Aegis bomb detection system measures microscopic traces of explosive vapors. The center system looks the same and uses the same technology, but it sniffs out drugs.
This is like a vacuum cleaner with a special chemical detector on the end. We take a sample, and the air in this neighborhood is being sucked into the system.
It takes 18 seconds to chemically analyze the sample as the system looks for just one tainted molecule out of a trillion. That's like one particle of sand on a beach.
So what's happened now? What's happened here? I got
What
red
it's
mark
found
here.
is an explosive, nitroglycerine explosive on you.
On me?
On you.
Much to my surprise, the Aegis system found particles that I'd picked up during my tour of the test facility. The mini-size and traditional size sniffer systems work because even the most meticulous of bomb builders or drug smugglers would leave minute traces of chemical on their skin, clothing, or luggage. In Europe, about 10 airports use the Aegis aggressively. U.S. airports tested the equipment this year and are now waiting for FAA approval.
A number of classified government studies by perhaps a dozen countries now show the effectiveness of the machine in real-life settings.
Critics say the machine can be fooled by perfume or other strong scents, but the false alarm rate is said to be less than 1%.
The price for this system is about $150,000, which doesn't seem like much when you think about all the lives it'll save.
As security forces go nose-to-nose with bomb builders, vapor sniffers may help avoid a final blow.
Still to come, an early warning system for breast cancer that every woman should know about. And just in, a big breakthrough in audio CD technology means things are getting a whole lot smaller.
What makes Ralph's Diner a great diner?
The weekly specials and the friendly atmosphere.
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner specials every day of the week.
Well, this is the first time I've been here, but I'm really impressed with how much food you get and how little it costs.
Ralph's Diner won't leave you or your wallet empty.
I like the soup and salad. It's always really fresh.
Everything from scratch using only fresh ingredients.
We've been coming here for a long time, and we feel it's one of the best places in town to eat.
Ralph's Diner, good home-style cooking and service with a smile. 922 Garfield near TCI Cable.
For sharp cars at the lowest price, stop by Bob Cochran's Executive Auto Sales in downtown Eugene. Bob Cochran has a wide selection of special one-of-a-kind cars, cars of distinction, luxury cars, and even special high-performance models. Stop in and browse through Porsches, Mercedes, BMWs, and other exotic automobiles. Remember, there's never any sales pressure at Bob Cochran's. Bob Cochran's Executive Auto Sales. It's how buying a car should be.
The Amazing Microdiet, presented by Cathy Lee Crosby.
Would you believe that collectively, these people in the studio audience have lost 7,010 pounds on the microdiet? Now, why are you smiling, Ruth?
Because I've lost 75 pounds.
And by 10 weeks, I had lost 38 pounds I needed to lose, and that was 11 months ago.
How many pounds ago was that video?
135.
135 pounds. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. I feel like a recycled teenager.
It's worked for so many of you. It's worked for my friends. It's even worked for my mother. But the important thing is, it can work for you too. So don't wait any longer. You've got nothing to lose but the wait. Just pick up the phone and do it. Believe me, you'll be glad you did.
For free information, call 1-800-258-6900 now. Discover the affordable diet that probably costs less than you spend on groceries. That's 1-800-258-6900 for a free microdiet information kit. Call 1-800-258-6900 now or write to this address.
Welcome back. All week long, our staff has been out looking for the latest in new ideas and innovations. We bring some of them into the studio, give you a demonstration. We call this Just In.
Well, I have something just in, Chuck. We all enjoy a little pampering, and there's nothing like a toasty warm towel after a bath or a shower. Well, I have something. This is called Warm-A-Towel. It's being marketed as the ultimate in designer editions and, of course, in bathroom luxury. It comes in a variety of classy looks, including brass, chrome, and satin finishes, and it's either freestanding or wall-mounted. Now, the Warm-A-Towel is from Mr. Steen Company in New York. It connects to a standard electric outlet, and it is going to be available in late November, so that's terrific because it'll be special for Christmas gifts. And the price, about $1,000. But Warm-A-Towel is meant to be as much as an artistic statement. It really is meant to be a luxury item.
I like that. Dry off with a warm towel. Well, just when you thought some things really couldn't get much smaller, now the Sony Corporation has come out with a portable CD player that can fit right into a shirt pocket.
Called the mini disc, it's been made possible by new technology known as digital audio compression. All of the music has been squeezed onto a wafer-thin disc that measures just 2.5 inches with all the sound quality of a regular-sized CD. You just pop it in the mini disc player and you and your music are ready to go.
The players will also contain a new shock-proof feature. That means you'll be able to jog, for example, without any music interruption whatsoever. The mini disc and the player should hit the market at the end of '92. You can expect the disc to retail for around $15 and the players about $400. Paul?
Well, I have something for you. I know both of us like this. This little gadget could be all you need to live a healthier life, lose weight, and ensure you're getting the best in nutrition. It's the Personal Health Coach from VitaFit Corporation of Georgia. Now, this isn't just another calorie counter. What you do is enter your weight, pick how many pounds you'd like to lose and how many weeks, and the health coach will calculate a daily menu for you. Not only that, but you can choose one of 58 different exercise regimens. Enter that in, and the coach will adjust your daily intake accordingly. Now, if you do stray, say maybe you want an extra donut or so, you can enter that information into the coach, and it will recalculate and bring you right on track again. The Personal Health Coach will be on sale in December, and it'll be priced around $100, Chuck. I want this little puppy.
Okay, Paul, it's amazing how we find these things. If you'd like to know a bit more about some of the items we've just showed you or other stories on the show today, why not call our First Look Fact line? The number is 1-900-288-FACT. It costs just $1 per minute. All calls must be made from a touch-tone phone, and you must be 18 years of age or older. The number, once again, is 1-900-288-FACT. For all the facts at your fingertips. Still to come, it's a new interactive television system that does more than just provide entertainment, and a breast cancer detection system that women can wear. That's next.
Good luck up there today.
I'll need it.
What's wrong?
What if my diarrhea comes back?
Relax. You took my Imodium AD caplets.
Just one dose. I usually take the pink stuff 2 or 3 times.
Imodium AD is much better.
Imodium AD caplets are so effective, they often work in one dose, instead of dose after dose after dose, like the pink stuff.
Hello? Hi, hon. I feel great.
Imodium AD for diarrhea, the choice for one-dose relief.
How much can your hair take and still be healthy? I mean, sun, pollution, styling. It can even end up here. You need Pantene. It's not just another shampoo. It's daily treatment for healthy hair. Pantene's Pro-Vitamin formula penetrates, improves your hair deep down. Does it work? Look, shine that seems to come from within. Incredible body. That's healthy. That's Pantene. It's daily treatment for healthy hair.
Greatest sale in America is going on right now at Riverside Pontiac Mazda VW right here in Eugene. Hey, 1 block from Valley Center. We're open 7 days a week for your shopping and meetings. Give me a call right now at 686-2121. Hey, take a look here. Brand new VW Fox, friends. $149 a month. You need to call me right now. How about this? It's a brand new Pontiac Le Mans. $129 a month. There's only one place. That's Riverside Pontiac VW and Mazda. Give me a call now.
What makes Ralph's Diner a great diner?
The weekly specials and the friendly atmosphere.
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner specials every day of the week.
Well, this is the first time I've been here, but I'm really impressed with how much food you get and how little it costs.
Ralph's Diner won't leave you or your wallet empty.
I like the soup and salad. It's always really fresh.
Everything from scratch using only fresh ingredients.
We've been coming here for a long time, and we feel it's one of the best places in town to eat.
Ralph's Diner, good home-style cooking and service with a smile. 922 Garfield near TCI Cable.
Welcome back, and here at First Look, we're proud to keep you right on the leading edge of health technology, especially when it comes to potentially life-saving medical breakthroughs.
Well, Chuck, developing breast cancer is every woman's worst nightmare, but the secret to survival is early detection. Now an exciting, non-invasive early warning system that can help put your mind at ease. Breast cancer will strike 1 out of 10 American women, and more will survive today than 20 years ago. The key is early detection. More women are doing monthly self-exams and having mammograms. Advances in surgery and other therapies give more treatment options. In the future, a woman's best defense in the war against breast cancer may call upon a familiar piece of feminine armor. It's called the Chrono Bra.
with the Corona Bra, we're talking about preventative medicine. We're talking about intervention therapy, that is intervening before you have a cancerous lump.
At Glasgow, Scotland's Royal Infirmary Hospital, pathologist Hugh Simpson invented the bra to pinpoint high-risk women at an earlier age, years before menopause.
And there is very good biological information to think that the cancer can then be cooled down to such an extent that it will never be manifest in the normal lifespan of the patient.
The Chrono Bra test is done at home. Patients are visited by a nurse who explains how to get the most accurate results.
It is a very ordinary looking bra, except for the wires. And the wires are from these temperature sensors here, which lie flat against your skin.
During the painless, non-invasive tests, the bra's 16 sensors measure breast temperature every 2 minutes, and the mini computer worn at the waist keeps track of the ups and downs. The woman wears the bra and the special shirt for an hour and a half every day for a month.
The first half hour you can walk around finishing chores, but for the next hour we'd like you to sit peacefully watching television.
After a month, the nurse picks up the temperature records and also samples of saliva that are analyzed for hormones. At the laboratory, the temperature and hormone data is combined into charts. Results are measured by comparing normal breast cycles with those that are considered high risk.
The heat response of the breast is nice and cyclic in the normals, whereas in those who are high risk, it moves in an erratic fashion, hot all the time. Now, we think that all breast cancer actually starts in your early 20s when the breast is still developing.
Just one Chrono Bra test could tell a young woman she is at high risk and to seek treatment early.
Then her clinical attendant could then advise her to take certain anti-estrogen type drugs, which will quieten down the breast tissue, also quieten down the cancer that could be growing, and mean that she would never have a cancer in her lifetime.
Limited clinical studies in Scotland have proven to be over 90% accurate. This at-home test may help women of all ages face off against a deadly disease. The Glasgow doctors predict the same technology may be available in the form of a bra insert in about 2 years.
Well, that is fascinating research. It really is. There's also a new breakthrough in an old friend of ours, and that's television. A new system could revolutionize the way we use our TV sets. Now you can order up 24-hour entertainment, or you could do some armchair shopping, all at the push of a button.
Chores. There's never enough time, and you're always left exhausted. Well, the TV Answer could be as close as your living room.
With TV Answer, rushing around to pay your bills or even doing your shopping outside of your home may become a thing of the past. Now it's up to the folks here in Reston, Virginia to convince advertisers, broadcasters, cable TV operators, and consumers that this little gadget right here really is the fastest gun in town.
The joystick triggers this revolutionary interactive system. And like never before, you can order dinner from local restaurants, get the scoop on hit movies, even program your VCR automatically. Pending FCC approval, Rich Miller expects 1.5 million systems to be in use by the fall of '92.
It's a highly convenient system. And also, everybody has the need to have information delivered to them, which they can then use. And that's the beauty of the data system, that it can deliver the types of information that you and I really can't imagine today.
System promoters see no end to the power of TV Answer. For a $15 monthly subscription fee or a one-time $500 charge, the system can tap into the outside world like no other interactive system has ever done before. The basic package lets you pay bills without writing a check, order anything you see for sale on TV, and hook into special offers without ever having to pick up the phone or go searching for a pencil. Just grab the joystick and that hot new video that you've been watching is yours. Your order is sent out wirelessly over radio waves to a local transmission station. The signal is beamed to the satellite, down to the central TV Answer hub, and out to subscribing businesses and manufacturers. Your order is processed, credit card number is recorded and billed, and that CD that you couldn't live without is on its way. All you did was pull the trigger.
This is what drives most people crazy about sophisticated high-tech television. Too many of these channel changes, the VCR, the stereo, the television itself. Well, with these simple memory cards, it may solve that problem.
RAM or random access memory cards are interactive too, so manufacturers, restaurants, even TV networks can update them almost by magic. You'll be kept up to date on what to watch, what to eat, what's on sale, even what to learn. Imagine real-time interaction with a teacher via TV,
or the elderly able to take care of business or errands right from home. The ultimate in couch potato convenience is not that far off. If you'd like to know more about the items on today's show, why not call the First Look Fact Line? Our number is 1-900-288-FACT. It costs just $1 per minute. Be the first to know with the First Look Fact Line.
The medical facts are clear. Tylenol is so gentle on your stomach, doctors even recommend it to their ulcer patients for everyday aches and pains. They know Tylenol can't aggravate an ulcer the same way aspirin can. That's important for all of us to know. And so is this. Hospitals use Tylenol 23 times more than all aspirin brands combined. Tylenol, the pain reliever hospitals use most.
Kingsway Bookstore wants to introduce your family to the world of Nicholas, a completely normal kid who happens to find himself in some not-so-normal situations. Fortunately, he and his best friend McGee always seem to learn a valuable lesson from their wild adventures. McGee and Me video stories give children the excitement they love and the biblical values parents want their children to learn. Stop by Kingsway Bookstore this holiday season and meet Nicholas and McGee. Kingsway Bookstore in Springfield.
Sponsored by Tylenol, the pain reliever hospitals use most. Well, that's it for today's show. Remember, if it's new today or if it's coming tomorrow, you're going to see it first, right here on First Look. I'm Chuck Henry.
And I'm Paula McClure. Be sure to join us next week and be the first to know with First Look. Bye-bye.
Something shaking on Fifth Street. They're down there making news. The cats all saying it's Fifth Street. The hip street to beat the blues. Fifth Street Market. Truck your buggy on down and park it. It's the hot scene in Eugene today.
For far from ordinary shopping with extended holiday hours and free parking, it's Fifth Street Public Market.
For sharp cars at the lowest price, stop by Bob Cochran's Executive Auto Sales in downtown Eugene. Bob Cochran has a wide selection of special one-of-a-kind cars, cars of distinction, luxury cars, and even special high-performance models. Stop in and browse through Porsches, Mercedes, BMWs, and other exotic automobiles. Remember, there's never any sales pressure at Bob Cochran's. Bob Cochran's Executive Auto Sales. It's how buying a car should be.
A mysterious visitor from the future could save a planet from total devastation on Star Trek: The Next Generation.
Saturday night at 7 on KEZI.
Local Hispanics unhappy with Chicano affairs at 6.
Run away with the rich and famous. Escape to the world's best in travel. This is a money no object passport to the ultimate pleasures in paradise.